All right, you need a second, Nelly, or you all good?
No, I'm all good.
Nelly Korda, major champion. Nelly Korda, world number one.
Wow.
How does that sound?
Has a lovely ring to it, not gonna lie.
That is awesome, Nelly. You had the day to end all days today. I know it's all been a blur, but overall, what has this whole experience been like?
It's been amazing, honestly. The past 2 days, the battle with Lizette, it's been a lot of fun. It's been stressful. I think it's had everything. But I just can't believe it. I'm still in shock.
Absolutely. Well, you started off early with the birdie on number 3, but then number 5, you had us all on albatross watch on that one.
Yeah.
Tell us about number 5 there.
I had a really nice yardage in, a really comfortable 7 wood, and it honestly never left the flag. Right as I hit it, I was just like, be good. And, you know, when you get to make, when you have that short of a putt, it makes everything so much easier and takes so much more stress off of you, and you kind of catapult forward.
You were relatively stress-free over the next couple holes, parred on in until number 12 with yet another eagle.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's okay, yet another eagle on number 12. Can you tell us about that one?
Well, I actually chunked it. So, yeah. Yeah, so right as I hit it, I was like, go. And I was very lucky, honestly. You know, you have to have a little bit of everything to win. You have to have luck on your side, so thank God right there. And it was a hard putt, and I just put a really good stroke on it, was confident with it, and rolled in. That really helped a lot.
And then 15, I'm sure, was a bit of a scare.
I really don't like that hole. I'm so happy that's over. I told Jay, I was like, seriously, F this hole. But even my second shot, honestly, I was aiming left, and I don't know, I guess I had a little bit of a mental block, and I pushed it right at the pin. I was not going for the pin there. But that happens. Like, it's golf. Like, you're going to make mistakes, and you're going to have to be okay with hitting bad shots and hitting bad putts.
And then you walk up to the 18th tee with a 3-shot lead. Can you walk us through just your mindset on that hole, what you talked about with Jason?
Well, honestly, we were between driver, 5-iron, or hybrid. And I wasn't really comfortable with driver because even if I did hit it good, I don't think I would have gone for it. It's just too much trouble, and why put yourself into that position? So I hit hybrid off the tee. I laid up with a 50-degree, which I don't do often, and honestly smoked my pitching wedge. Like, that adrenaline was definitely pumping, and I don't even know how that par putt rolled in, but I'm so glad it did, and it was a nice feeling.
A nice feeling. That was some of the most emotion I've seen from you. Normally pretty stoic. You had your family there, and I know they got Dad on FaceTime. How important is it to you to have your family around you during times like this?
It's honestly so nice to spend it with them. I mean, Jess has done so much for my family, and I honestly wouldn't be here without her. So, and my mom too, so it's special.
Awesome. We're also happy for you and the entire Korda family. We'll open it up for questions. We're going to start here with Amy.
Just to follow up on what you were just saying about your mom and Jess, can you just talk a little bit about what it is that they've done to help you get to this moment?
Honestly, when I'm down, they're always there. And just having my mom out here is really nice. She followed me most of the week, which was nice. But, I mean, Jess is like the best big sister. I don't think anyone can come close to her. She just has a heart of gold.
You said after you won that it was your dream to one day become a major champion. Where did becoming world number 1 fit into those dreams?
So I don't know. Honestly, right as I turned pro, like, that's honestly, I don't even know. I've just been constantly trying to inch towards that, and to finally get it is amazing.
All right. We'll go to Jeff.
Well, when you look back at this week, you won why?
I won why?
Yeah. What was the most significant thing?
I pretty much dominated a lot of the par 5s. I hit the ball really well. I putted my putts. Honestly, everything was on. And when you look back on weeks like this, it's really special, and you don't take it for granted. I'm really grateful for all the work and for my family constantly pushing me.
Beth Ann? Oh, sorry, go ahead, Jeff, and then Beth Ann.
You said out on the green you did kind of pull some momentum from last week.
Yeah.
So it's just been an incredible run.
Yeah, honestly, I've just been hitting the ball really well. I was kind of struggling early on this year. Usually I hit my irons or low irons like arrows, and I kind of got away from that. I don't know how and why. But I started finally doing it the week before Meyer and just carried the work I put in the week before. After the missed cut, I really grinded. And I mean, it's paid off, which is super nice. It doesn't usually pay off right away, and for it to pay off right away is amazing.
Beth Ann.
When the putt goes in on 18, you put your hands up. Is joy or relief? What's the most overriding
Thank God.
emotion?
I was like, okay, Nelly, just don't blast this by. It was just like a thank God I made this. And it's cool because like the past 2 weeks, I've made a putt to win in a sense. So to finally do that, I've never done that in my 3 or 4 other wins. I haven't done that. I've always just like itched that putt on and just tapped it in and been like, yay!
Can you've had a lot of expectations on you for a long time. Now that you've accomplished this, can you talk about maybe the burden that you felt to be an American hasn't been number one in a long time, and to be that player?
I didn't really think about it too much. I mean, when you have a good team around you, they try to implement a mindset of just go out and play golf, have fun. And I told my caddy, Jason, from day one, I was like, I'm a type of player that likes to take it shot by shot. And sometimes you get away from it. And he actually told me today, he was like, you're thinking 40 minutes ahead. Like, you told me when you hired me, we're taking it shot by shot. So that's something it's very simple, and people are like, oh, that's boring. But it's really important when you're out there.
Thank you.
Okay. Shane.
You seem like a very practical person, so this might be a little melodramatic for you, but was there ever a point today where you felt that maybe destiny was on your side, like this was the day that it was going to happen? Did you ever feel that kind of momentum or wave behind you?
When I chunked it and it flew in the water. Yeah, I mean, you're at golf, like you're going to get bad bounces with good shots, and you're going to hit it close with really bad shots. You're going to chunk it. Like, that's just golf. And I keep reminding myself that, I've hit amazing shots in the past, and I've been completely screwed in a sense. Right. So in a way, no, I didn't really think about it too much. I just honestly, right then and there, I was just like, oh my God, thank God that flew the water.
Do you feel at all unburdened now that you do have a major championship? Is there a sense of relief that, okay, now I don't have to worry about that at least anymore?
No, not really. I mean, it's really nice, and it hasn't really set in. Yeah. But I feel like you're constantly setting new goals for yourself, and you're constantly striving to achieve more in a sense. But I'm going to sit down and just enjoy this for a little.
Thanks.
All right. Down here to Steve. Nelly.
You've talked about your performance, but how have you matured as a person in the last year?
I think you're asking the wrong person. Go ask Jason. I think my attitude out there has gotten better for sure. I used to be really hard on myself. Like you would never see it, but as I don't really show a lot of emotion, so I keep myself looking that I'm very calm. But I think in the past year, I've really grown up in the mental aspect of golf game.
Amelia.
In the span of 3 weeks, you've missed a cut and won twice. Is this going to be a moment that you look back on? Obviously, major champion, world number one, but when there is another setback, how quickly golf can change?
Yeah, it's crazy. Never give up, honestly. I guess that's the motto that you have to have. It's golf. Like I bet you I'm going to miss so many more cuts, and hopefully I have a lot more wins, but you look back at this situation, you're like, okay, I can do it. I can bounce back.
Zephyr?
You said you're going to reassess your goals now. Now that you're world number one, what is the next goal?
Give me some time, please. I don't know. I mean, it's super important to sit down with your team and to think about it, but you're constantly striving for more, so.
All right, we're going to go to the Zoom. We have a question from Kent. Kent, you can unmute, please.
Nelly, you mentioned how much Jessica has sacrificed for you, and the emotion really started to set in when you gave her that hug. How has she sacrificed the most for you and your family?
Honestly, as I said, she has a heart of gold, and she's the most selfless person out there. I mean, she's 5 years older, so she has showed me the ropes of the LPGA, the ropes of professional golf, and I've been super lucky to have been showed that, because a lot of people don't get that opportunity. But if I'm struggling, she's right there than for me. And I can't thank her enough for everything she has done and for how selfless of a person she is.
Thanks, Don.
Great. Thanks so much, Kent. We're going to go back here to Jeff.
What kind of lift did you feel walking off that 12th green after the 3-shot swing? And can you speak to the battle that Lizette put up over the last couple of days here?
Yeah, I mean, that battle with Lizette, you know, when her putter's on, no one can stop her. It's kind of crazy because in a sense we've played like 2 different golf courses. Like I have shorter irons in and she has hybrids in, and she still stuffs it so close, and she's just such a good player. And you know, I know that she's had some unfortunate Sundays and majors, but she's honestly a great player, and props to her because she did an amazing job this weekend. She kept me on my toes.
Yeah. When you made that eagle, what kind of lift was?
Honestly, I was obviously a little nervous over that eagle putt because I knew it meant a lot. It meant a lot that I could get myself to have a bigger, a bigger lead going into the last final holes, especially with 15 coming up, because that's my favorite hole. And I knew it meant a lot, so I was just happy to drain it because it wasn't an easy putt.
Beth Ann?
What did your dad say on the FaceTime call to you?
You're welcome for the boot camp. He's in London, so I'm sure I stressed him out a little today too. So honestly, my parents are the greatest. They would sacrifice anything, and they would take the shirts off their backs for us, so we wouldn't be here without them.
And then what does it mean to be going to Tokyo with your sister?
It's an amazing opportunity to represent our country, but right now I'm just going to enjoy some time off maybe, and you'll see us at Dow repping Team Jelly together.
Amelia, and then we'll start wrapping up.
How special is it for your boyfriend to be out here this week and last couple tournaments too, supporting you?
It's been really nice, actually. He came out to U.S. Open, and I missed the cut there. I was like, "This is your fault. This isn't me. This is you." And then he was actually the week I went back home. He was like, "Can you just get me a win? Like, I would love to be here for a win." So then I got him a win at Meyer. He was like, "You did it for me." I'm like, "No, I did it for myself." But it's been really nice to have him here. It's nice to go back to the hotel and get your mind off of golf, and to have someone there to share these special moments with you, honestly.
All right. Here to Amy, and then we'll wrap up.
Nelly, you're still so young in your career. Has what you've already achieved at this point, becoming number 1 as a major champion, has this met or exceeded your expectations?
Honestly, I don't even know. The thing is, what's crazy is, like, I don't even think about this stuff. Like, everyone, I feel like I'm 30 in a sense. Like, you have to grow up so fast being on tour, traveling, managing everything yourself, that like I don't even feel like a 22-year-old. So I go into, obviously, every year wanting to succeed and wanting to reach my goals, and to finally check this off my list feels so nice. But there's been so many major champions that, like, I mean, Patty, she won, how old was she, 20 or 21?
21.
So there's been so many young major winners. So it's finally nice to kind of check that off my list too. I feel old in a sense, actually.
All right.
Panera again?
Yeah. Yeah, what's the celebration?
I don't know. Just take off these clothes.
Yes. No offense to Panera. You've earned something fancy
Yeah.
tonight. One last
Yeah.
question for me, and then we'll let you go here. Your family is amazing. We all say your genetics are not fair. Putting aside just how great they are as parents, can you put into context what your family has done in sports? It's incredible.
It's honestly, like, you don't realize it until someone really talks about it, because we're always so in the zone, and we're always just striving to achieve more, and for our families just to back each other through every situation. I mean, Seb's top 50 in the world, and I'm like, man, like a year ago he was like outside 200 in a sense, and he's playing at Wimbledon this year. It's so surreal, and Jess has won this year. So honestly, it doesn't really sink in until, like, someone says it, and then you're like, oh wow, yeah, that's actually really cool.
I think that's why you all excel so much, is because you can compartmentalize it, but then celebrate it. Congratulations.
Thank
Go
you.
celebrate.
Thank you.